Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Brianna, this is Terracotta DC. In case you're new here, I warmly welcome you and I'm really happy that you found the channel. If you're not new, you are my people. Thank you for coming back. Today I have a really special video. This is something I've never done before on my channel. This is something I've never done before in my life. And that is to plant up this beautiful glass terrarium with you guys. This is this is kind of a monumental moment for me because I started my channel not too long ago. We are a small group of people, which I love, and we are a growing but small family here. And despite that, this company, Ferrisland, was so generous and kind and reached out to me by email and asked if I wanted to work with them. And so after looking into their products and kind of their aesthetic and what they are like, I decided it was a good match, not only for me in my personal life, but also here on the channel. So I am working with them today. This is in partnership. I am not paid to make this video, but they did send this to me as a gift for free. So thank you, Ferrisland. So generous. And such a beautiful addition to my space, into my plant collection. I am really stoked. I kind of found this to be true with pots as well, but I had no idea that getting something so beautiful would kind of reignite my creative ideas with what I could do with my plants. So besides receiving this in the mail, of course, I have purchased nothing new to make this video. I had some stuff, I found some stuff, I cut some plants, and everything that's going to go on in here has been kind of makeshift. And at first, when I first got this, it was kind of the beginning of all the social distancing thing. And so I was thinking, I want to get sand, or I want to get, certain things I had in my mind. And I said, listen, no, we're doing with what we have. So you're going to see, I'm going to explain that as we go, that there were some things I kind of wanted, I didn't buy. Instead, I just used what I had and kind of in light of all of this. So what receiving this terrarium has done for me personally is actually inspire me to get creative, to see what I can do with my collection as it stands, and still be able to kind of remake and spruce up a plant corner in my house. So we are redoing the bathroom upstairs. It's the second, we've done the master bath. There's nothing more to do there. You have seen it all, but there's another bathroom off of the guest room, and it gets beautiful southern light, and it's just one of my favorite, light areas in my house. And so there's a shelf on the wall, and it really does need some sprucing up. So there's nothing better than this. This is going to fit perfectly on that shelf. So the reason I like Ferrisland and why I wanted to work with them is because when you look at their website, which by the way will be linked in the description below, you'll also find a coupon code with, I think it's terracottadc, to use on their website, which is excellent because these are not that overly expensive for what this is, and we're going to get into it, but for the quality of this terrarium, oh my goodness. Like, I was pretty shocked and really, really surprised to see these were not expensive items. When I first saw a picture, I thought, I'm a pretty frugal gal. It's going to be hard for me to want to, recommend to you a $50 or $100 or $200 terrarium. But the last time I looked on the site anyway, a lot of their items were on sale and they were really reasonably priced, maybe around $25 to $40. And this is glass. These are beautiful. These are absolutely gorgeous terrariums. And so they make all sorts of different styles. They also have other accessory type things for gardening and planting, but you can see more on the website. So the one that I received is gold outline, perfect, gorgeous. It's like their house type structure, which I think is very precious. It kind of reminds me of a jewelry box or even like a doll house, which I personally was never very into dolls. I actually liked those, like, not My Little Pony, because a lot of kids know My Little Pony. I'm talking about plastic horses that were like, they were small, miniature plastic horses. Those were my thing, not dolls. But anyway, sidetrack. So, okay, so my plan for this guy is to pot it up together, kind of show you how I'm doing it. I am a complete newbie on terrarium. So I'm not meaning to say that this is going to be the right way to do it, but it is what I've been able to research. Also what I've been able to get my hands on. Yo, I didn't have activated charcoal sitting around, okay? So I didn't order it. I just used what I had. So we're gonna line it with a little bit of rock and gravel that I picked up with my hands out from my backyard, okay? And then we're gonna put some soil. I have a little bit of moss that I've been wanting to use for some project. And then I have some gemstones, and I think it's gonna look great. And I have a little special plant to put in here. So very excited. Okay, so I'm gonna be the person with the talking hands for this video. In case anybody is not just viewing this for relaxation purposes, but is actually planting a terrarium along with me, I want to tell you what supplies I have here. So I have a little bit of potting mix. I have some perlite, a spoon, a cutting of my beautiful red maranta that in anticipation of this video, I took this cutting a while back and it has rooted. Can you see that? It's not the most rooted plant I've ever seen, but as an insurance policy, I've also got some rooting hormone that I'm going to put in before we get going. I mentioned I had this moss that I wanted to do something with, so now is the time we're going to grow this moss as well in here. I have a teeny bit of tillandsia or air plant fertilizer. This I'm going to just spray as a final touch on the moss just to give it a little life, because I have just had this hanging around in a bag. So I'm not sure how alive it is. I think it's okay. This is water to water it when we're done. Spray bottle is helpful to not overdo it. I've got my gloves, and then what I have here is a freshly washed bunch of stones. I don't want to mislead anybody to think I am a gemstone person, because I really am not. But Robbie, when he was younger, my husband, growing up, he and his best friend of childhood liked these, stones. And actually, I was washing this one, and he came down and he said, "Oh, that's jasper." And I had to laugh. I'm like, okay, rock boy, whatever. So these are all his. So when we were dating in college, we came home to his parents' house on a break. Look at this little fool's gold. I thought it might look beautiful in here, so I pulled it out. Anyway, we were at his parents' house on a little break from college, and he showed me this big collection of rocks that he had. And so we've had them now that whole time kind of in our lives. And it's very fun. I feel like I'm looking into his childhood when I see that kind of stuff. I love it. So anyway, I'm going to include whatever I can in the final product. So as we start, so one of the nice things about this terrarium is that it opens this way. So it's going to be very convenient for me. If you've seen like the bottle neck ones, it's really hard. You often have to have long tweezers to plant down in there, which is not a bad thing, but this is just really, really convenient. It's going to be a nice, clean way of doing things, and I love that. So that is one of the benefits of this terrarium. The other thing, some terrariums are open air tops, and I wondered if that would be an issue, having the fact that this actually closes, but there is a teeny, can you even appreciate the small amount of space there? There is also a small amount of space, small amount of space in the front where this closes. So it's not airtight, which is important. This isn't like one of those where there's a cork in the top, but I still might every couple days when I'm taking care of plants, just open this and allow a little bit more airflow. I think that's most likely important and recommended. So from what I know, the most important thing is to allow for drainage in these terrariums. So that is my number one focus. So I have this mixture of stones, like little plastic clear ones that I got as part of a, oh man, I can't even tell you. They arrived, I don't know, we've had them for a long time and I've used them in different things. I use them in a tray, like a humidity tray at one point. I've used them for different reasons. But the white stones that are also mixed in here are stones that I picked up out of my yard that are like paving the walkway to the backyard, because I did not have access and I didn't want to. I'm trying to just do only necessary, types of shopping and things, and I just didn't have a chance to safely go in person and buy. What I wanted was white sand and probably activated charcoal, because that's what I keep reading you're supposed to use. Well, I didn't go for it, and I could have just ordered on Amazon. But if we're all being honest with ourselves, that is not an essential purchase, okay, people? It's not essential. So I am trying to lead by example and using weird little clear plastic thingies. Oh, I want to mention too, so because I pulled a lot of this material out of my yard, I have scrubbed each one of these and poured boiling water and dish soap over them, okay? So don't worry, they're sterile. Sterility is a skill of mine because I'm a nurse. Okay, good. So there's one layer. Those are just going to add some sparkle, okay? Let's put these other ones. It'll add a more natural feel, but I think that's probably good. This is all just intended to enhance the drainage. There's our layer of a roughage, okay? What I thought I would do next is maybe put a layer of perlite kind of as a way to just increase the drainage. Is this really wrong? Is everybody like, no, don't do that, stop, that's weird, it doesn't make sense? Well, leave it in the comments if that's how you feel, because sadly you're not here with me to tell me to stop, so I'm just doing it. I don't know, does this just look like styrofoam? Why do you look like styrofoam? Okay, so there's our layer. Let's see. If you think it's weird that I just happened to have a huge bag of perlite, that's not the weird part. No, I did. I actually had this just chilling at my house. All right. Well, I'm not mad about this. It kind of reminds me of when I used to have a fish tank, and I loved it. This kind of looks like the bottom of a fish tank. I'm not mad. Okay. That seems like good drainage, doesn't it? Okay. So next is soil. We need soil because we have a beautiful angelic red maranta to plant in here, and that girl needs soil. Oh my gosh, something really funny is happening. Can you see that it's steaming up? It's because I had boiled those stones, and so I think that they're just like hot still. They're not hot to the touch or anything, but I think they were just a little warm, so it's like looks warm in there. I think that's going to be good for root formation. So maybe if you don't need to, even if you don't need to boil your stones, maybe you should, just to, help this little maranta push her roots, because it's going to be nice and warm. Oh, the other thing I wanted to say, when I was reading about terrariums, I was reading that they need lots and lots of light, that you should really not be stingy with the light. And that's, if you don't have enough, you can even add LED. And so I am putting this in a high light zone. Like I mentioned, it's a south window. So I don't really worry that my terrarium is gonna not get enough light, but it just FYI. And so I chose the Maranta because one, she's my angel, she's my baby, but also because she likes, I feel clumsy with these gloves, and also they're dirty, so I might see if I just do this part with my fingers. This plant also likes humidity, so I thought it would be a good choice. I also took cuttings of my, actually, let me bring them, let me look. So I also took these Fittonia cuttings. Oops, they're not rooted as well as the Maranta is. They are rooted, but just not as well. So I don't know. I was gonna use, should I? I'll try it. I really doubt these are gonna take, or maybe I should just do the one that's partially rooted and then give these other two a little more time. What do you think? I don't know. Let's try that. Let's do that, because I don't know. I don't want to just set it up to fail. Okay, so because these roots they're good. They are good roots. Okay, but they're not as solid as I would have preferred. So I am going to put them in a little bit of rooting hormone just to give them the best hope at succeeding. So my vision for this, so I want to leave some space for this girl because I know she likes to pray, you know, her hands up and down. I want to give her room to spread her Maranta wings. Okay, so these little mosses are so adorable. They have a top and a bottom, so I'm gonna respect that orientation and just kind of place them in. Welcome to your new homes, buddies. There are different types of moss in here. I think there are 4 different varieties, and I think they're gonna get along really well with each other. They're all gonna get along well. Okay, let me get some more varieties going. Ooh, nice one, nice one. You can go over here. Oh my God, are you too big? Are you too big, boy? You might be too big. You might need to come into play a different day. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just spray down a little of this Tillandsia fertilizer. This might not be the right thing to do. I don't really know, but I want to give these moss like a wake-up call. Well, let me use water first. Don't overdo it. Oh, don't get your glass all wet. Oh, that's so annoying that I just did that. Oh well. Some of these mosses, they remind me of, okay, whatever. I just got the glass all wet. We can dry it. Let's dry it. Some of these mosses remind me of when I was a kid and you would get Lucky Rabbit's feet. Kids still get those, right? Like on keychains, Lucky Rabbit's foot. They kind of look like that. In fact, that is foul, and I can't believe I never had one, but I know what they are. The moss smells so good now that it's like coming back to life. It smells really delicious. This is beautiful. I am a genius. This is so beautiful. Okay, now just a little food, like one spray each, because I'm not trying to like freak them out. So 1, 2. Okay, done with the food. I don't want to freak them out, and I don't know what they eat because I've never met them before. Hello, I'm just meeting you now. I don't even know what your favorite food is, but I love you. Okay, I need to clean up the sides, but this is looking beautiful. What do you think? Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. So my husband just came down and confirmed it's gorgeous. It's a masterpiece. It's lovely. I'm really, really happy with the way that it turned out. I like the way that it looks when I cleaned it. I didn't like that I had gotten water on the sides. So I might just water it the way I watered it, just with a spray bottle, and that's it. Just very, very gentle. It smells so good. I wish you guys could smell the way the moss smells. It just reminds me of being outside. It's lovely. So the red Miranda, I really do think is going to thrive in here. I don't know about this Fittonia. Please, Mary and Jesus, let it survive. I don't know. Some other plants in case you're just trying to decide. I know succulents do great in terrariums. I had some succulents I could have put in there. I just didn't. The other thing that I considered putting in here was a cutting of a purple waffle plant. Could have done that as well. I didn't because the cutting didn't really go so well. It didn't root up so well, but it would have been a good candidate. So if you're having trouble coming up with ideas of what to put in your terrarium, those are some other good options. Okay, everybody, look at how beautiful. So this is that little bathroom. There have been a number of things changed in here. This was just an air plant thing. Now I've planted this Senecio. I've planted this Transcantia. If you see, there's a Hartley philodendron climbing up here. So I've done some work with this to make this greener and hopefully end up with more trailing happening here. There is this beautiful Hoya Crinkle 8 that just steals my heart every time. And then when I'm thinking to accompany on the side, should I put a little stone? On all my plant shelves, I usually have like a little something, a little stone. Again, I'm not a crystal girl. I am not, but I just think it looks nice. Plants and gemstones kind of go well together. So it's maybe not perfect. Maybe another taller green plant here would look good, but I love the way that the terrarium turned out. I love the way that it fits in this space. Isn't it just great? This is a south window. Beautiful. Really, really happy with the way that this is shaping up. It's clean but green. That's kind of my style. Clean but green. Okay, everybody, that is it for me today. I hope that you liked it. I hope that you're into all of these redesign series, videos. I mean, I'm stuck at home. I have to do something to keep the time passing. And lately, all I've wanted to do is clean, organize, freshen, greenify, brighten, make look better. You know, all of my little plant corners. I have so many areas in my house that are plant corners. They all had a rough winter. So I couldn't be happier with this terrarium. Sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, I don't think you'll be disappointed if you were to purchase this. You can get it on Amazon, which is kind of nice because, you know, we're not leaving the house these days. They're fair prices. They have so many. Please check out their website because this one is like the house shape, but they have so many shapes. There are ones that I absolutely adore. There are different colors. They're not all gold. So if gold isn't your jam. So tons of options. There's a discount link below. Please check them out. I think that you'll be happy if you're looking for a way to not buy more plants, but to kind of get that new plant feeling and spark that creativity. This is the way to do it. It was fun. It was new for me. I can't wait to tend to it. It really reminds me of when I used to have a fish tank in high school and in college. If my sister watches this or like any of my high school friends, they all know I loved doing that and decorating it and making it nice. And so it's kind of reminded me of that. So anyways, I hope you're staying well. Please subscribe if you haven't. I do tons of design, plants, lifestyle, blah, blah, whatever. You find a bunch of stuff here, but it's fun. It's all good. So comment, tell me what you thought about it, subscribe, follow me on Instagram. You know the drill. Bye.